What's up guys, Earl here for Tech, and in case you missed it, Apple just unveiled its updated line of products a couple days ago, namely the Apple Watch series and the 2020 iPad Air. But in this video, we will focus mainly on the latter, and I'll share with you why is the iPad Air 2020 is the best iPad you can get right now. The new iPad Air has the same design as the new iPad Pro models. It's got the same full view display as the smaller iPad Pro, except that it doesn't have Pro Motion, which isn't that essential for some people, but of course, it is essential for graphic artists. Now, aside from having a fancy new design, the iPad Air is available in new fancy colorways. Aside from the usual silver, space gray, and rose gold, the iPad Air 2020 now comes in green and sky blue. Now, design-wise, there's nothing much of a difference between the iPad Pro and the 2020 iPad Air, which means all the accessories of the iPad Pro are compatible with the new Air, such as the second generation Apple Pencil and the new Magic Keyboard, which can help most users do more professional work on this device. And speaking of doing pro tasks, the 2020 iPad Air is equipped with USB Type-C, which means better transfer speeds, and you can now plug in external hard drives and other peripherals on this thing. And in theory, you can juice it up faster with the use of Apple's 96-watt power adapter. Although it costs extra, well, at least the option is there. Also, one of the new things about the iPad Air 2020 is its Touch ID sensor, which is now located on the power button, which makes sense from the design perspective, which is in time for this pandemic, since Apple devices that solely rely on Face ID these days are quite hard to unlock since everyone is wearing a face mask. If you are not wearing a face mask, then fuck off. Kidding, please wear one. And because of this, most people rely on the old-fashioned way of opening their Face ID enabled devices via passcode, which is a cumbersome process to say the least. Also, with the new Touch ID sensor, it opens up the possibilities of having a notchless iPhone design in the future. Now, when it comes to performance, the iPad Air for the first time outstands the iPad Pro's performance, well, at least on paper, by having Apple's new silicone, the A14 Bionic, which in theory, 40% faster CPU performance and 30% faster graphics than the current A13 and A13Z processor, which can be found on the iPhone 11 and the iPad Pro models. This means it can do better 4K video and RAW photo editings, better multitasking, and excellent gaming performance. Although we are pretty sure that Apple will be updating its iPad Pro lineup with an A14Z something processor, but as of the publishing of this video, the iPad Air 2020 is Apple's fastest device amongst current line of the iPhones and iPads. Aside from these spec bumps, one of the iPad Air's main selling points is its price, with a starting price of 33,990 pesos for the non-cellular and 64GB variant. You get a modern design like the iPad Pro models, a new set of colors to choose from, and an updated Touch ID sensor. Now, unfortunately, as of the moment, the iPad Air 2020 is not yet available for pre-order here in the Philippines. With all these upgrades, does this mean that the upcoming iPad Pro will be better in so many ways? Or will Apple soon might kill its Pro lineup because the iPad Air covered pretty much every iPad Pro can do? Well, let us know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit yugitech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Aurel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.